What's good, homies? Welcome back to another Rugby League Live 4 career video, playing as the Rabbitohs here. The last episode was Origin 2, and today we're back with some NRL action here in the 17th round of the season. So before we take a look at our opposition, we have made some changes to the lineup, and we've got our Origin stars back in Adam Reynolds and Robbie Farah. So they'll be starting for us. Damien Cook will be coming off the bench, and Connor Tracy and Dean Britt fall out of the 17. Alright, so like I was saying, we're in round 17, and our opponent for today are the Penrith Panthers, who are currently sitting at 8th right now on the ladder. Speaking of the ladder, we'll take a look at it and where we stand right now. As you can see, just outside the 4. Although the Panthers sit at 8th, they do have the same amount of competition points as us. In fact, from 5th to 8th, everyone is on 22 points, so the competition is looking pretty tight as far as the top 8 is concerned. So we're going to start things off in attack here with Adam Reynolds. As we send it to Reynolds, drop it back under for Robbie Farah, who steps around the fullback, and he's going to get wrapped up 35 out from our line. On the second tackle here, looking for a forward to take it to the line, and it's going to be Sam Burgess, who gets rocked in the tackle and loses the ball on the 40. Huge hit by Penrith as they send it short back inside to Dean Fade, and Dean Fade is going to race away here for the first points of the game off the back of a beautiful hit on Sam Burgess. We definitely need to go back and take a look at the lead up and to the actual try itself. As we take a look at the hit, and it was Regan Campbell-Gillard here. He was the momentum shifter in that play. As we take a look at the try, and it was Nathan Cleary who shaped up, drew in 2 defenders, got the pass away to Fade, and Fade steps around Robbie Farah. He then finally beats Inglis on the inside of a little jink. A quick little change of direction that usually catches me off guard. A lot of things happening there in the first few minutes of the game. And it was just good play by the AI as Nathan Cleary slots the 2, and he's going to extend their lead to 6. Alright, so 15 minutes in, we lose the ball to Penrith, and they're on the attack just inside halfway as they send it to James Tamau, and Tamau's going to get wrapped up finally just inside our 30. On the first tackle, they send it to Moylan. Moylan back on the inside to Trent Merrin here, and it's going to be Merrin who gets wrapped up outside the 20. On the second, they come back to the left side, and it's Tamau once again. Second run of the set, he gets pulled down just outside the 10. As they shift it wide to the open side, a couple of cutout passes finds Nathan Cleary, and he's going to get pulled down just inside the 10 still. As they still charge towards our try line here, and it's Regan Campbell-Gillard. The hitman gets pulled up over the line. Clearly he's held up here. As you can see, he's on his back. And as they get the red lights, it's going to be Penrith still on the attack. On the last, as they send it to Moylan, and Moylan puts up the bomb. It's a well-placed kick right before the line as it gets batted back, right back into the bread basket of Matt Moylan, and Moylan's going to score their second try of the game. That was pretty unfortunate for us. I tried to bat it dead. I was not confident trying to make that catch, and for some reason, instead of going backwards, it went forwards into the hands of Moylan. Cleary converts, and we're going to head into the break, trailing by 12 points. It was a pretty sloppy half by us, and you'll see in a moment just how bad we played here. Looking at the halftime match stats, the main thing was just the ill discipline. Some we could have controlled, but others were out of our control, just like that knock-on from Sam Burgess. In saying that though, our defense was pretty decent, I guess. We only missed 4 tackles, and they've only broke our line 4 times. I guess it could have been worse with the amount of errors we made, but 12 points is nothing we can't come back from. As we start the second half here with a little bit of confusion here as one of the Penrith players overruns his mark. We get the feed to the scrum on the 20 as we send it to Inglis. He links up with Walker. Walker floats one out to Aaron Gray, and Aaron Gray one-on-one steps around his opposite with ease, might I add, as we race away finally for our first point of the game, coming in the second minute of the second half. As we take another look at the try here, nothing special, just a couple of long passes, getting Gray one-on-one with Dallin Watene-Zelezniak that was, and he manages to step around him to score our first points. So it was a bit of luck that definitely helped us out there. That little error from Penrith inside their own half, that just put us in a great position to score some points, as Bryson Goodwin makes the conversion, and he gets us within 6 points.
Oh!
Back of the Panthers here, approaching the final 20 minutes. And it's Josh Mansour on a nice little run, stepping around defenders. Gets wrapped up 35 out as they spread the ball beautifully here to Bryce Cartwright. Gets rid of Reynolds and he pops a beautiful offload here away to Peter Wallace. What a pass by Bryce Cartwright. As we take another look. Alright, so we're going to take another look at the try here. The initial line break was from a pass by Yo. He put Cartwright in space, shrugs off Reynolds here. Damien Cook goes for Cartwright, and then just before Cook gets there, he pops a little offload away to Wallace. Inglis was actually on it there, ready for the interception, but unfortunately he doesn't get it. Man, that was such a dope ball by the AI, once again pulling off another decent play to score some points. As Cleary converts, and he's going to get them back out to a 12-point lead. Some good football being played here by Penrith. Back on the last, 66 minutes in, as they try to get a kick away. It gets deflected, ruled not played at, and they end up handing over possession inside our 30. Alright, so on the first tackle, we send it to Musgrove. Musgrove off the fend, bumps off their fullback, and he's going to get wrapped up just on halfway here. As we approach the final 10 minutes of the game, we send it wide to Crichton. Crichton off the fend. We draw in Edwards and we send Aaron Gray down the sideline here. And he is going to stumble his way over the line for our second try of the game, with Angus Crichton earning himself a little try assist. Some great play there by Angus Crichton, proving hard to handle out on that left edge. As we take another look at the play unfolding here, Angus Crichton from a standing start fends off one defender, draws in Dylan Edwards, gets the pass away to Gray. Wateni's Lesniak dives for the ankle tap, but it doesn't do much as Gray finally crosses the line for our second try of the match. As Goodwin converts from 20 out, gets us up to 12 points, and that actually ends up being the final points of the match. Unfortunately, we're unable to make the comeback, and the Panthers are going to hand us a big fat L here in round 17. So looking at the full-time match stats, our biggest letdown was our discipline there. We made 6 errors and we only completed half of our sets. Peter Wallace was the one that picked up man of the match. And as always guys, I'm going to end it on the individual player stats. Be sure to hit that like button for more Rugby League Live 4 content, or more content in general. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.